So for someone who's been in broadcasting for close to 16 years, I should be able to do an intro link and say, "What up? Welcome to Leave It Better with Smash Afrika and friends. Thank you for subscribing, commenting, liking, and sharing." I should be doing that. But damn, man, I don't want to start my show like that. My guest is the one and only Mpumi Mlambo. I met this young girl when she was really young. I think it was probably 2013, if not 2014. And she had such a big personality. And I was like, this is what South African radio needs. And at the time, I was at YFM, and you had just joined Voice of Birds. But for me, what stood out was the audacity for her to say, "Smash, I'm just doing radio to kill time, bro."
I did say that. I really did say that.
And I'm like, what do you mean?
I did
You're
say
just
that,
killing time.
Yeah.
And so over the years, we became friends and we've known each other ever since. And you could say you and I actually have a closer bond outside of radio because we actually even hung out on weekends.
100%.
Mutual friends. It was like a real
friends.
thing, not a click, click thing.
Yeah.
Ngwana ko Orange Farm.
Orange fela abuti.
So Noana, o Metro FM, ba go itse ko TV-ing, o godisa ngwana hao softy, you're going for your goals.
Yes.
Are there still some goals that you want to smash, or you would like to see yourself achieve?
Goals I want to smash. A lot of goals I'm trying to smash. Of course. I'm actually curious on who I could possibly be.
Sure.
I'm always curious about who I could possibly be. I know the girl you're talking about for the past 10 years.
Sure.
I already know that girl and I'm over her. I'm like, babe, we know what you could do.
Yeah.
People know what you could do.
Yeah.
Now, let's find out what else can you do. So I'm in my, what else can I be? And it can be something that's totally different from what I'm currently doing now.
Sure.
I want to spend a lot more time with my family.
Okay.
I value family time a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it just happens as a girl, the older you get.
Sure.
The more you realize the significance of being at home.
Sure.
And being there for the most important moments.
Sure.
But also discovering who I can possibly be within all of that, because I've given so much to myself. I give to myself so much that I'm like, I don't have as much time as I think I do. Now, can I give to my people, my family, while giving to myself, of course, continuing with that. So, yeah, I'm curious on what it is I could possibly become. And this is like in the next 5 years. So I'm just slowly but surely planting the seeds for what 35 going into 45 is going to look like for me. And it's going to be totally different from this.
It's amazing that you're already thinking about it. And I gotta big up for thinking about the future and being intentional. But before we even go far, so you consider yourself a broadcaster at heart.
Msakazi.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not going to ask you that terrible question that people like to ask. Radio or TV?
Oh.
That's a boring question.
Yeah.
Which one has more money, radio or TV?
Radio has more money.
Now, you know why I'm starting with that?
Yeah.
Because this year, there was a big furore about someone not being paid at a certain regional radio station or being paid too little money. And then they exposed it. And one of like the acquaintances I met, it's like, how Nina? Radio.
Yes, of course.
So can you walk me through like what you thought as a radio person throughout who started doing it for free and then later getting paid for it, and now saying on this platform that radio pays better or pays more for you? What do you have to say to like a young person who sees that story and says, radio haipatal?
So you don't, in anything and everything, you don't get paid what you deserve. You get paid what you negotiate.
Bah.
That's it. Like, it's how you see yourself and story sa o sereng.
Sure.
That's it. You can be you can be a banker and ufitla another banker and then they pay you half. Because when you think they know what you deserve, nobody knows what you deserve. They don't know your journey. They don't know your story. They don't know how hard you've worked. So you've got to go there and sell yourself. You've got to go there and sell yourself.
At the end of the day, right?
That's it. I literally, somebody else could be on breakfast. Another person could be on breakfast on the same show. You know this for sure.
Yeah.
On the same damn show. But somebody else can negotiate better than you do. So it's in the art of selling yourself and just negotiating.
I love where this conversation is going right now. I know you're not doing it for money, but we need money to get by. We need money to make ends meet. We need money to live. We need money to travel, etc., etc. Would you change what you currently have to be a professional? And what I mean by a professional, go to varsity, get those master's degree, become a doctor, work in a corporate sector.
That's exactly what I'm planning to do. You in Zulu we say we hlabe eskonkosini. Do you know what that means?
Tell me.
We hlabe eskonkosini. You hit it on the nail.
Oh, for real? So I'm speaking to you about something that you are thinking about.
I'm going to do that.
Walk me through it, Maji.
I'm going to do that. So I went to university. Of course, I did psych. I did my postgrad, and I did radio, right? Sure. And you remember, I was like to you, yeah, you know, and that was that, but it was fun. Like,
sure.
You know, it was a fun way. Like, I really, I love radio. It's like that one thing that just comes natural to me.
Sure.
I kill it. Like,
sure.
Like if you ever see me Ganje, do it. You're like what? Something just comes out of me and I just kill it. But can you imagine, like, then being 40 and I'm 32, and now I'm going to be, let's say when I'm 36, I'm still saying I kill radio. I'm 40, I kill radio. Huh? Okay, what else? Okay, yeah, what else, babes? Like, what else? Right? Like, okay, what else? What else do you kill?
Crickets. It is crickets.
Nothing. That can't be the story that my son can tell. Like, I want my son to say, "Oh my goodness!" So my mom was in love with collecting content, telling stories. My mom was in love with research. My mom was in love with sparking a thought, making people think about something that they'd never thought about. My mom was in love with sparking an emotion. So I want to see in what space can I play in corporate, and see what I can do. So I don't want to speak about what it is exactly that I'm going to study and get into, because I believe in doing it.
Sure.
So I want to do it, and then once I'm doing it, then I can be like, oh, there, I'm riding the bicycle. I'm on it. Yeah.
And where do you think that, like, because you dare to dream, right? It's having that spirit of daring to dream and also having a teachable spirit. Because remember, whatever you're going to study, you need to start from scratch. We need to introduce you. Yeah, it's great that you've got work experience. It's great that you did your post-grad. It's great that you know how school works. But you got to have a teachable spirit, because you're going to go into a world where you don't know much about.
Nothing.
But yet you have a dream. Where does that come from? Like, for you to actually see your dreams come to fruition?
My partner, like, he's a dude that starts afresh. He taps into spaces that people don't know that he's into. He taps into spaces that they wouldn't assume a creative would tap into. And that for me was really inspiring to go, oh my gosh, so beyond him being a creative and doing this and that, he's also in this space.
Sure.
That he's never done this before. Who the hell does he think he is, right? Whereas I've always wanted to play it safe and just, okay, maybe let me evolve into radio, but I'll go behind the snes. Maybe I'll become a programs manager, but it's still the same space that I'm around. But then the childlike spirit in him affects me. Kids think they can do anything and everything.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So then I'm like, life is so short to just have lived in one particular space. It's too short.
That's beautiful, man.
It's too short to just have lived in one particular space and you don't know anything else.
And also because like of the amount of scars, and this is what like adulthood is about, right? Because of the amount of scars that you might have had. Yo, my name is Smash Afrika for the babies, and you know why I'm here. I'm here to tell you about the amazing offer that is available to use. Dreamstream.co.za, they've got you with a promo code to check out our exclusive content, ad-free content, by using this promo code for a month. Obatseni, mahala. After that, just pay, dog. Because everybody got to pay their dues, right? Till the next episode, leave it better. Tango! Amount of trips, amount of falls, you become scared of actually being fearless and being daring and say, I'm going for whatever the kid in me wants. You know, you wanted to be Superman. It was a real thing. They bought you that Superman costume.
And you felt like
and you were flying, bro. Like, Orella Spider-Man,
Yeah.
and you could literally say, yo, this web is coming out and I'm doing it.
Exactly, yeah.
That's so beautiful and so profound. Now, you have a son.
Yes. Ah, my baby.
And how have you been navigating parenthood in the space that you are occupy? Because the assumption is that it can't be easy. You're always on the road right now as we're talking real time. You've just been on the road for a month, right? So your weekends go away because you gotta shoot this thing and there's a full day shoot.
Yeah.
You leave Friday morning, you are back Sunday evening.
Well, you wish, like Monday during the day.
Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
And then there's also like maybe you get to catch up with picking him up from school.
Yeah.
But you also got a job in the morning.
100%.
So you can't actually go and drop him off at school
No.
because you need some rest and da. How much balancing did you intentionally do? Because a lot of people say, I want to find balance in my life, but actually balance is something you walk towards. Like you have to be willing to put in the work and say, I am making these choices in order to get balance or peace. How are you finding balancing personal your relationship with your son and your professional I guess responsibilities?
Yeah. Look, initially, I didn't have the privilege to balance my life out, right? Because in your 20s, you've got to work.
Sure.
So you see your son in the evening and you guys have dinner and you go to bed and you wake up in the morning, you get him ready and he goes to school. That's if you can, like, because my schedules have been different throughout the years. But the moments that I did have, that I could spend time with him, it was easy. It was lovely. Just be together, spend time together, do stuff together, and also just improving my motherhood over time. Because sometimes when I was young, I used to think just being around my son is enough. Kanti no, actually kids need you to do things with them and talk to them. And, you know, when we go out for lunch and he's on his phone or I'm on the laptop, we're not really spending time.
Sure.
I'm around, right? But then I've kind of been trying to go, okay, I want to learn how to spend time with him. And I've become better over time, which is something that I didn't have. But what has helped me to be a good mom as well as a good colleague, a good employee is family. Like I get so emotional when I talk about my family. They held me down. They continue to hold me down. They are incredible. They are like, when you're a parent, you think about what could possibly happen to your child when you're gone. My child is going to be fine.
That's beautiful, man.
My son is going to be okay.
Because you have the support.
I have people that love him as much as they love me.
Sure.
And I love them back the same way.
Sure.
So I've got a good family. Just being here and I can't do a pickup, I can call my partner and say, I'm with Smash, can you pick up and do 2? When I'm away, I've been away for like a month. Every other weekend, I'm calling different family members. I'm like, this weekend is yours, bro. Come get this boy, you know? That's what I would do. And of course, having an amazing OC who looks after my son, who I can call in favors. Kere, I know you were supposed to be off this weekend, but can you just hold on for me just this weekend? So a really great support system. But I don't think you get that if you don't have that. Nobody gives you that if you don't have it.
So you think you are blessed because of how much support you have
A
for the
100%.
ones you love.
100%.
Like, I got you. So they are
They
willing to be
know.
there for you.
They know.
That's so
They know if they
beautiful.
call me, they know.
So that had to start from somewhere. That's how you
Of
grew up,
course,
right?
that's exactly how I grew up. Like, yeah, that's exactly how I grew up. We just buried my uncle this last week, right? And I wasn't able to be around at the funeral. But I knew that there's a role I've got to play, right? Because this is a funeral and this is my family and everybody has to do something.
Sure.
You've got to do something.
Sure.
Like, what are you going to do? And they said to me, okay, guys, first thing, send money.
Sure.
Right? We sent money. Sharp.
Sure.
My sister was the one doing the runarounds, the funeral arrangements. And they said to me, okay, you need to record this obituary for us and edit it and put that's because that's what you can do.
Sure.
And I'm at work, right? You know, the working hours are crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I literally told them on set, I was like, guys, I need to do this. I can't work having not done this.
Sure.
And I did that because
that was what
that's
was
way more
important
important than the job.
Mm-hmm.
Way more important than the job. Because tomorrow, if I'm out of work, I can go to my aunt, I can go to my sister, and I can squat with my son for like a year until I find my feet. But those people will never have my back like my family does.
Damn.
Yeah. So it's that.
Speaking of which, I'm getting excited now. Building friendships or relationships in the entertainment world. Are you for it or against it, or you are indifferent?
I'm for it. I think find your tribe. I
Okay.
think just find your tribe. You're going to find your people. Within the industry, there's always people who have the same kind of energy that you have, who believe in the things that you believe in, who might have different values here and there, but you guys are sort of aligned in some way. And I have found my tribe. I have found solid girls who are very supportive. Most of my tribe is girls.
Sure.
A lot of them.
Sure.
I can mention so many, but a lot of them who I can call. The same way I call you,
Yeah.
I call my girls.
But I feel like you've made me your big brother, dog. Like, I don't
you
know.
you are like step up,
Like,
up.
That's like, I feel like, yo, dog, like we used to be friends back, but now it's like, man.
No, but
You know?
but that's because of your experience that I can't ignore.
Sure.
You've got incredible amount of experience,
Sure.
both on TV and radio, and,
Sure.
and that's something that a lot of people don't have. So I can pick up the call on both those platforms because I'm only just growing on those platforms.
Sure.
You know what I'm
Sure.
saying?
Sure.
So it's that I have people like you, girls who I can call and be like, girl, I don't have an outfit. It didn't come together fine. And they're like, what? Okay, come through.
Sure.
You know, I
I'll
pull
put you
something.
on. Yeah.
Pull something up. I'm like, girl, that hair. Where did you buy that hair?
Yeah.
No, I've got somebody. Come through, you know? So, yeah, shout out to my girls. Like, I know I can't mention all of them, but I have to mention
because
a
once
few.
if you mention
If I
one
start
name,
mentioning
like,
they're
hey,
like, you didn't
we're gonna
mention.
put you on mute so that they don't come for you.
Yeah, but like, shout out to all of them. Like, they know, and
Yeah.
I appreciate the love and the support and the conversations because, believe it or not, we're all actually going through the same thing.
Sure.
So that's why you shouldn't be competing. Because sonke sibona ama-flames.
Yeah. And also, I like how you actually went there with we're all seeing flames and we shouldn't be competing, rather choosing to collaborate and choosing to band together and come up with solutions. If there's one thing you could leave better in our industry, whether it's radio or TV, like, and I'm talking about just the working environment, just the spaces that we're in, what is that one thing top of mind that you would like to see more of, that will definitely say, like, we know your struggles, we know your pain, but we want you to come up with a solution so that you can put your best foot forward?
Shucks, damn, this is a
Deep.
damn smart question.
Yeah.
Okay, repeat it.
So if there's one thing that you would like to leave better in the industry,
Yeah.
radio or TV,
that I would personally like to do.
like, this is like,
my
this
offering.
this will definitely put us in a better situation because we all go through the same. Siyakoisha sonke.
I see.
But like, if this in this working environment could exist, or if you did that, it would leave it better than I found it. What is that one thing?
I think I'm already doing it, is that I actually share how much I get paid.
Okay. So you
So I tell-
baby tongue, invoice transparency.
I tell
transparency.
my colleagues, I tell the people that I'm working with how much I get paid, because they'll either get shocked, right, and feel some form of sadness, especially the guys. The guys will be like, "What? No, you shouldn't," right?
Yeah.
And then the girls will be like, "Oh, okay." And then the girls will then probably negotiate more, feel like they deserve more, whatever. So I share that, and I share that because I want them to do the same.
Sure.
Because if you do that, then when I tell you how much I'm being offered, you can say to me, ba rob.
Sure.
You know?
Sure.
But ha ke thotse, ba lo rob.
Sure.
And you can also say, ha, ban ropile.
Sure.
So we're benefiting.
Sure.
So it's just telling
You
your
know,
friends,
like when you do
yes,
negotiate, you are negotiating
Yebo.
from a reference
Yes.
that has been
yes,
that has lived, or a rate that has been paid before for doing
Yes.
X. I really like,
100%.
because I used to be a big believer in that,
Yeah.
right? But we sign contracts that says whatever is in this contract, for as long as you are in this contract, it stays between us, the two
I haven't
people.
signed. I haven't signed.
So
Banshela.
yeah.
Banshela, Kirio, this dude likes me. He says he's going to give me 8,005. Like, Chomi, do you think when you were with this dude, like, what are you doing? Hi, Chomi, not this dude. He's like, okay, sharp. You know what I'm saying?
I like how this is also coming full circle with, it's not about, it's what you negotiate when you get into these meetings about money. And now I see it while you say that you are actually doing it. Because like I would assume like another broadcaster would either say like we're making money or we're not making money. But no one ever goes like, it's what you negotiate.
It is always that. And you know you're stuck with that for a very long time. So you can't, it's like a marriage of some sort. You can't just say yes, quickly, because you're honored and grateful. You're going to be inside. Then you realize, oh, yo, but oh, free fisas tu, ba kulmakise di window,
Spring clean twice a year.
yo, bare, ntsha di kgaretene, di aine, di khutlisetse, and when we say 500 sharp, you know. So yeah, you've got to go speak to your big brother smash and go speak to your girls who you can see. And you know what? You've got to have people that you look up to who are doing well.
Yeah.
Because that conversation is easy with those people because they don't feel like Mpumi, why Mpumi ufuna ukhompyutha nami. Already ngiyakubona ukuthi ugrand. Ngiyakubona ukuthi izinto zakho zivaya grand. So manje ngikubuza ukuthi manje inyuku uyakwazi ukungishayela ukuthi no kuze ukwazi ukuthi now drive i-Mercedes, my girl. Hambo cela le mali, right?
Sure.
And I have those people who will tell me, this is how much, even some of my friends will say, the reason why you're not being booked enough here is because you're overcharging. This is how much we're all charging. So you're there, and what have you got to offer? These are realistic conversations. Sure. You've got nothing to offer except this. So the market is here. Mbuye.
Yeah, because you never find Spatlo, for instance, that's quarter, that would be like kokas specifically. They usually are more or less the same. Like if it's got Russian, it's got an egg, it's got a burger.
Yeah.
Why you would put a patty inside of a quarter? I don't know. But like
focus smash. Focus.
It's got all those things, and it's like killer's number, and it's usually between this range and this range. It doesn't change from hood to hood.
Never. So naki mafikizo lebe gifita no, actually guys, why kota isabi 200 randa? It's like, babe, okay.
Let's talk about your DJing. I see like you I don't want to say dabble.
Yeah.
Like obviously because of the environment that you work in, you gotta it's not spreading yourself thin, but it's rather finding things that you are passionate about to exploit and make money from. And that's what we call spin-offs of being on radio. How are you finding that DJing addition into the list of things that Mpumi does? Because I see you're even shooting the damn thing. Like
I enjoy
like
it.
with cameras, with like the whole thing.
Yeah, I enjoy it. Funny enough, I've actually always just been a DJ before radio.
Sure.
Like if you know me, Kirata number.
Sure.
And I go crazy over a song.
Sure.
And how I fell in love with radio was because I was listening to mixers and DJs.
Sure.
And what I'd always wanted to study was sound engineering and
your parents
sound.
and
and
your
my
parents were like, Funa ukudlala wena, funa ukudlala ngemali.
They're like, "Guy, ufuna ukuhlanganisa ingoma?" You know? And that's because of my brother. One of my brothers, he was a phenomenal DJ at the time in Pretoria.
Sure.
So when he was in first year at TUT, I was in wrapping up primary school, going into high school.
Sure.
So I'd visit him, go Pretoria, and he would actually take me with. Bad idea. I don't know why he thought he'd take me to Times 4 and House 22 when I was just like 13. But yeah, so I was there seeing all these DJs play and seeing him play, and I really loved it, and I fell in love with music. I actually thought I was just gonna be a DJ,
Oh man,
and
crazy.
that's it. So the people who actually really know me are like, Gunini.
We've been waiting for you to do this.
Exactly, Gunini, like Gunini, and the spaces I've just been gravitating towards are spaces that speak to just what I really love.
Sure.
So this is not even an extension. It's like, babe, you should have done this. It's the beginning of who you are, and everything else comes after. Radio comes after.
That's crazy.
Radio
It's
comes
so
after
crazy
being
that
a
you
DJ.
say that. Like, right? Like, it's so crazy that you say that. Because when we see people do things like that, well, this is also based on how much you know about the people. You see them doing something publicly. Now you are playing at gigs. Now you are creating content that's unique,
Yeah.
mixes for your fans and
Yeah.
people who are about you. You're like, oh, I like where this is going. But also, I'm seeing the rise of the female DJ. There's like a
Yeah.
huge demand, and because DJing back in the day, like someone said, it would have been harder for women because you gotta carry those crates.
Yes.
And now,
absolutely,
like you
yes.
don't have to carry no
No,
crates.
no. You
Just
don't.
headphones. Have your
And a
bodyguard because
USB.
South Africa is not safe.
Yeah.
And USB,
Yeah.
headphones, and we are rocking. Look
That's
fashionable.
it. No, 100%.
And I'm also loving, this is what I'm loving about the female DJ. The female DJ, shout out Uncle Waffles,
Yeah.
okay? Shout out to Lychee for being behind the choreography. But if it wasn't for Uncle Waffles' bravery in saying, I'm going to bring in performances with my set, and you're going to pay me to bring these dancers, and they're going to put on a show, and there'll be a routine, proper choreography. Now we are seeing K-Mat doing it now. And even other DJs, like small scale. Who are those TXCs? They are
Yes,
also
those
incorporating
girls,
the
100% dance.
dance,
The
it's
performance
so
level of it.
the performance level.
Yeah.
So if you were gonna add your own spice, because when I was like you could say
Dreamstream, a place to create yourself. Record video, music, and podcasts in our full-service studio. Record video, music, and podcasts in our full-service studio. Dreamstream, a place to create yourself.
I'll
take that. I'll take that.
Like in terms of the music that you grew up with,
Yeah.
you grew up on, and how you were exposed to different kinds of music, right? Like classical shit. What do you think you can bring to add that extra spice, Saha? Because like in essence, people will be like, why are we watching you? Why are we performing? I mean, why are we paying to see you? And you say, no, apart from my sets being like sounding like one long, beautiful song, there's also this, whether it's dances, whether it's stage lighting, whether it's whatever. Have you thought about what you can add on to
I have
the performance
of course
part of DJing?
I mean I've been consuming the DJing culture since I was 11, 12.
Sure.
So I've seen how much it's evolved over time.
Sure.
And what matters and what goes on. Fortunately, the space that I'm in is into the music itself. And there isn't much of a demand for you to perform.
Sure.
You perform if you want to.
Sure.
But the main obsession is really in the music. It's like, what song are you selecting? That's the kutemaneginik. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, what song are you selecting? And what are you mixing this song with? And how are you knitting the songs together? The art in the genre that I'm playing is in is in how are you packaging the music. Your set must feel like one album, a thread.
Sure.
So that's where, I don't know if I'm allowed to like use
Come
bad
on,
words,
use it.
right?
Use it. Use them.
But that's where your big D energy comes in.
Big dick. I don't know why you didn't say it, but carry on.
But that's where your big D energy comes in.
Mm-hmm.
And it's even nicer as a girl, right? And I'll use Lamise as an example, right? She dances now, yes. That's phenomenal, right?
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah.
She loves dancing. It's something that she loves. I don't think that she's dancing because the DJing space is in its dancing era.
Yeah.
But her track selection, how she mixes the damn songs, and the entire set tells you about the era she comes from and the genre and the space that she plays in and what is valued.
Sure.
That's where the respect comes in,
Sure.
right? So what I am excited to bring is the fact that I love looking good, right?
Sure.
And I also feel as though house music DJs don't really care much about visuals and the lifestyle element of the genre. And I've always been like, oh my gosh, I want to see what Lemon and Herb is wearing when going to a gig and what they drinking and who they chilling with.
Sure.
And that's what like the house music space is like missing from that perspective. How nice would it be if you could see what Vinny Da Vinci is just wearing, the car he's riding in, who he's hanging out with, at his age right now. What does he do?
Sure.
You know,
Sure.
that's what's missing.
Sure.
So that's the element that I look at DJs like Lamise bring into the space and why they thrive so much. Lerato Kganyago being another example.
Sure.
She has been a DJ for quite some time in the house space as well. She doesn't play amapiano. She plays house, but it feels like she's in the amapiano space.
Sure.
She kills it. She kills it. She brings a fashion element to it. She brings the cool. She will make you want to drink Don Julio because
Sure.
it's so cool and
Sure.
she's having it. Make you want to have habli because she's smoking hab. Make you want to buy a specific kind of wig.
I see.
So the lifestyle element of it, because that's essentially what South Africans are actually about. Sure, we love the music and we're about the music, but we love to pull up. South Africans like pulling up. And pulling up is a thing. It's like, oh, pull up. When you pull up, it must show that you're pulling up. You know what I'm saying? But are you seeing that in like Da Capo? I'd like to see that more in Da Capo. He's my favorite producer.
Yeah.
I see it with Shimza,
Yeah.
right? But I want to see it with like my favorite producers.
And
I want
also,
them
like,
to-
I see what I see what you're speaking to about alluding to the lifestyle. Even one person who's successfully done it and made us follow his
Oscar.
lifestyle,
Oscar.
Oscar Mbo, and also what Black Coffee is doing.
100%.
Like, it's the lifestyle of being a DJ instead of
Yes.
just the DJ.
Just the DJ.
Murder Bongs is also one guy who gets it right.
Exactly. And if you
So
think about it,
I see the references.
And if
In
you-
fact, all of
yeah.
these guys are my friends. They must just come here and talk smack.
exactly.
Oh man,
yeah.
that's crazy.
Yeah, so the lifestyle element of it. And if you think about it, you never really get to hear a Black Coffee set unless if you're there.
Sure.
It's not even recorded anyway,
Sure.
right? Because he's past that.
Sure.
He-
Oh,
he-
Black Coffee is not my friend. Just qualifying that one before people start coming. Carry on. You can name drop. I'm just like next to Mathieu. We are claiming.
He's my friend,
we
but
are
he
claimer.
doesn't know it.
Smash, we are claimer.
No, but he's my friend, but he doesn't know it. Smash. yeah,
I get you,
yeah,
man.
yeah. So it's that.
Let's talk about TV.
Yeah.
That's also like now you've got like this. I didn't number one. I know you love your culture. I know Wanagotlung in terms of like you know your place and the importance of culture.
Yeah.
You know the importance of isigo, ubuntu,
Yes.
and what makes us tick as South Africans or as people
Yeah.
of the beautiful motherland continent.
Motherland sounds so American.
Hey, I get it. Like people in Russia are watching straight from Africa, baby. I don't know why I hit you with an American accent, but you're from Russia. But you get me.
You're crazy.
TV, right?
Yeah.
You are doing a music show, and it's like if I had to call it, I would call it the African Idols, because you are
Yes,
saying you are
yeah.
literally saying, "Hi guys, come through with your traditional music, African music, and come sing. And if you sing, you'll make it through the rounds, and we'll have a big kumbaya, and we'll find out who the winner is
Correct.
at the end of the show."
Correct, yeah.
Now, this means you're traveling around the country. It's not like, in fact, our idols will travel around the city, but they would go to major cities.
Yes,
Walk,
PE,
yeah,
Durban,
yeah. Walk me through like this show that you've been shooting. Have you been going to major cities. And for someone who hasn't catched a single episode, what are they missing out on?
Sheesh. So this show has been quite interesting to be a part of. And the reason for that is because one, I'm a city girl, okay? And having lived in Johannesburg, Orange Farm, I basically, you could also look at me as a global citizen because everybody comes to where I grew up. And when I mean everybody now, I'm talking even outside of South Africa.
Sure.
Right? So that means I'm exposed to so many cultures.
Sure.
And this show has made me see where everybody who comes to Joburg actually comes from. Right?
So what it looks like, what it smells like.
Exactly.
Is it cow dung?
Exactly. It is cow dung, actually. You're so silly, but yes, it's cow dung. 100% cow dung and mud houses and horses and cows and umama uphethe ibhakede uhamba umgwaqo omude uphethe ibhakede ugcobe into orange ebusweni. It's that. And that's beautiful because the city has a way to evolve people, right? Because now you're mixing with other cultures and you sort of have to find your way to survive in the city from the way you communicate, the way you're perceived, the way you dress. But when you go back to where people come from and you see where they come from, you're like, people come from really beautiful places.
Sure.
That have so much soul and that have so much depth and are so peaceful and so amazing and goodness, it's so unfortunate that we then have to come to Joburg.
Can I tell you something crazy I recently found out? And I should have known this forever. The village never changes. You change. So for someone who's grown up in the city, you know what village life is like.
Yes.
But you don't live it.
Yes.
So when you go back, you are reminded that actually, no, I am the one who changed
100%.
because of where I live
Migrating,
and the influence and trying to fit in, because we are all
100%.
trying to fit in.
100%. So everything, and that's exactly what it is. Everything has stayed the same. People are still very respectful when they meet you and they don't know you. They greet you. Right, and this is me having been to Lusikisiki, having been to just 2 hours outside of Durban or Hammarsdale, having been to Mpumalanga, different kinds of places. Abantu banenhlonipho, abantu banothando, abantu banoxhasana, bayasupportana. So the values are always there and they stay there. Into shintsha umuntu makafika eJozi.
So the person changes. The village stays the same.
You're right.
The person changes.
You're right. So the beauty about being a part of Ushuno Mhlaba is that
Ushuno Mhlaba. There we go.
Yes, the beauty about being a part of Ushuno Mhlaba is that it brings the people who we actually are originally. And this is outside of influencer abelungu. No kufuneka sivuke ekseni ngo-8 amen sosebenza. Funeke sohlala emaflethini yabo nje life ikusho uthi ingcube evange, it's a mixed masala where your life is peaceful. You know what role you play in your community, you know what role you're playing in your own personal life, you know who you are, where you come from, and you don't doubt the significance of being a female and the role you actually supposed to play as a female in society. Now you want to go 50-50 and it's, you know what I'm saying?
On that topic, are you that girl though?
Who goes what?
50-50.
Never!
So what do you do?
I do absolutely nothing except being a woman. I love serving. I love serving as a female.
Okay.
I love serving as a female.
So you don't do 50-50. So your contribution is service. Is that what you're saying?
That's it.
You gotta break it down. And we are not. Let's not speak to clout. Let's not speak. And what I mean, the clout is the conversation. I am the table.
No, I'm not the table. I'm not saying I'm the table. I'm not saying I'm the table.
No, but you know the clout chat.
Of course, I know the chat, but I don't want to call it clout because that's what people believe in and that's what they stand by and that's okay.
Yeah, I'm saying we are not talking about. We're talking about you.
Me.
We're not talking about clout. So
yeah.
you say you're not a 50-50 girl. Break it down. What you mean by you're not a 50-50 girl?
I'm not a 50-50 girl.
Break it down for me.
I firstly I value being in exactly how things used to be back in the days.
Okay.
Right? So I value ubaba ahambe ayosebenza. I value mina ngisale ngihambe nginakekele izingane.
Sure.
Ngipheke. athole baba sengiphekile.
Sure.
I value running ikhaya. Ngikhulise umuzi wami nomuzi kababa. I value that. I really value that.
Sure.
So ngiyathanda ukuba nomuntu wesilisa ozoba ikhanda inhloko yekhaya aphinde asikhusele asivikele to protect us.
Sure.
And ngiyathanda ukuthi ngibe umama who's going to give love and warmth and make a house a home.
Sure.
That's who I am.
Sure.
So I work because, well, unfortunately I grew up in the city, and the dynamics in the city and how things are very different from back in Makai.
Sure.
You'd be very shocked to see ukuthi, oh, mama actually still stay at home.
Sure.
Bakhulisa ikhaya.
Sure.
But that's because they know ukuthi ubaba ngeke aze ahambe.
Sure.
Ngisho noma ehamba ngeke bashiye bengenalutho.
Sure.
Because ubaba understands ukuthi wathatha unkosikazi ecela inkosikazi ezokhulisa ikhaya lakubo.
Sure.
And uyazi ukuthi it would be such a sin. It would be such a sinful act ukuthi noma ngesemthandi amshiye engenalutho. Now she has to start afresh and go work.
Sure.
Right? So I work because I grew up in the city, and that's what I've got to do, and just the dynamics in the city are different. But even in that setup, and the reason why I said I value being with my family and wanting to spend more time with my family is because I want to get my time back. So I want to get the weekends back. I want to get the Friday, Saturday, Sunday back. And that's the time when you and I are on the road working.
Mm-hmm.
But that's family time. And that's time I would never get back.
Mm-hmm.
That's time that 10 years of that has gone past. But I'm in my early 30s.
So, as someone who believes all of that and who's living like a different life, because you are about it, but work is still there, and you are. How do you sleep at night, and how do you wake up? And because there must be some guilt. Let's say woman guilt, if it's a real thing, parental guilt,
Mom guilt.
yeah. You know, sister guilt.
Yeah.
Because you want to be like a homebody.
Yeah.
But you're on the road.
Yeah.
Stacking up that paper.
Which I don't even care about that much.
Yeah. So how do you reason with yourself to still wake up and show up and do these things when you could just middle finger the industry?
So
Talk to me, girl.
I know. So this is a conversation I've been having with my partner, right? Like over and over again. So I've been making him aware of just what I value right now and where I want to be with him from a relationship perspective and the role I want to play in our relationship, right? And the role I want to play in our family as well. Just not missing birthdays because I'm going to miss out on a check. And like I'm going to pick a check over a birthday. I don't look up to like being at work and making money and going, oh my gosh, I'm collecting cash. Like, so that's not success to me. Success to me is being able to be with my family and offering my time. Like, that's what it is for me.
That struck a chord for me because I'm like, man, fuck them birthdays.
But you see, that's the difference. You see?
You know, like, even my birthday, I'm like, what? I was born today? Well, I'm paid today.
I don't value that. I don't
Also, I don't know why
that.
I'm speaking with that accent.
You are crazy. You are crazy. So I don't value that. And I was saying to him, I'm like, you know what? I don't value this. And I don't think I'm a successful woman being away from my family and being away from the people that I love. Because I'm not here for this work, bruh. I'm here for my family. Yes, I need the money, right? But then I'm at a time in my life where I'm structuring my time in a way where I can make the money Monday to Friday. But then I 4 p.m. Don't call me telling me that you need a voiceover that I must record or whatever. I'm going to spend time with my family, and that's that.
We need you to be part of a panel of professionals in the media industry who are about family over work, and professionals in the media industry who are about work over family, and just have like a discourse, not to try and impose what you believe in on the other person, but just hear like different perspectives and different outlooks, and see how that plays a part in society as a whole. And the reason why I'm saying this, our generation, right? So kids born in the 80s. So let's not say all of them in the 80s because they're early 80s and mid 80s. Let's say late 80s, 90s, all the 90s, and the 2000s. Like, we are so unhappy, bro. We are so unhappy because we are chasing something. And I'm not going to say, as someone who was born in 88, I'm just speaking for self, right? So I came to Joburg to chase my dreams, né? And I got to my dreams and I achieved my dreams. When I left my house, go Bloemfontein, I almost shared my address. When I left my father's house, the night before, I said to him, Tata, I'm going to Johannesburg. And one of the things that broke my heart as I left is like, he said to me, whatever you do, you must behave. Nah, that's all he said. This nigga did not even give me 100 because one kid is and like, so that stuck to me, but it broke my heart, right? But I knew, like, in order for me to achieve these dreams that I have, I must actually be disciplined in whatever it is that I'm pursuing. So I get to my dreams and I achieve them, and it's great, right? And I'm supposed to be happy. And I realize I'm not happy.
Exactly. You're not fulfilled.
I'm like, I always feel like I need to put up appearances.
Yeah.
I also need to meet someone's expectation of who I am.
Exactly.
These are the daily struggles. I'm talking to you real life. This is not reality TV show diary session. He's venting because life smacked him too many times. This is like real life.
Exactly.
My opinion is that our generation, we are chasing these things, whether it's material, whether it's money, whether it's clout, but we're unhappy. As someone who's on the radio Monday, literally, this is what you do. You are the beat of people's start of the day. What do you say broadcasting to people like that?
I'm always like true to like what makes me happy, what sets my soul on fire.
Sure.
And that has never ever been work or like my achievements. Those give me a high, and it's very like short term. I get a good high from getting a new show. It's like, a little rush. Then it's gone. And you're right, like you never stop wanting to chase. But there's just your day to day, like how do you feel before you go to bed to sleep? That's every day. Before you go to bed, those are like the real moments, right? And who do you spend your time with? Outside of work, because we all have to work. Like after work, who gives you peace? Like who, you can give it to yourself, but you need a community, right? Who gives you peace? And how do you feed yourself? Like the things that you enjoy. Maybe you like being in nature. Maybe those are the
self-care vibes things.
Those are the things that really matter. Like what does a Sunday look like for you? Are you so caught up in the life that you constantly need to be out? You need to show what you've got, impress people, perform. Is your life a performance? Like if your life is a performance, then you're in trouble. It's also just what you value. Some people, and I like that you said that you'd like to have a conversation with people who value work over family. Some people really value work over family. And maybe that's because there's nothing that they get from home.
Sure.
Right?
Or they're not seen.
Yes, there's no, but at work they feel like, okay, this is a place where people see me, they love me, I love what I do. Or they value what the consequences of them being at work all the time, and that would be the nice car, being able to go to Spain, being able to go to this and that and that. Where for me, I just want just a simple life, like just a simple life, like just enough. I just want us to have enough, and enough is relative for everybody else. But most importantly, I just want us to spend time together and do things together. Because the moments that I remember in my life that made me are the moments I've spent with my mom and dad. It just being outside by the porch and sitting, ntatwaka abesa nama, my mom cooking pap le chakalaka, na brushing shoes, and us having a chat. And we don't have enough of those anymore.
Sure.
Because we don't even do that ourselves. Like I've got an OC who's going to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
But it's those moments for me that are so meaningful because nobody can take that away from you. But the work can be taken away and you can always be replaced. There's always a better DJ, a better TV presenter, a better this, but there isn't a better mom like me to my son or a better sister or a better friend. There's just me as your friend who you can relate to and who you love dearly, and the experiences that we've shared. So that's for me. That's that. It's just really knowing the center and the engine of my being, and understanding what it is that I value and what helps me thrive in all the other spaces. The reason why I'm in all these spaces is because of who I am, and who I am is the people I've grown up with, the people who've been around me, and who've made me who I am. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Mpumi Msakazi Mlambo. When are you getting married?
I don't believe in marriage.
You just contradicted yourself.
I don't, but I believe in family. I don't believe in like.
How do you believe in make me
I don't-
understand that
so
part?
I
I
don't-
love this part. This is like for those people who are on dreamstream.co.za, you get to watch this part because you're on YouTube. Because this is exclusive content.
It
Tell
really
me more.
is though. Like, and I feel like I'm gonna get attacked every time I say this. I get attacked for saying I don't believe it. I don't believe in marriage for me, and it could be from a place of fear, right? Because of the people that I've seen around me. I don't look. I've thought about why it is, right? And the first response was a much more intelligent response. Like it was there's no need for marriage. Like we can just thug it out, right? You like me, I like you. Let's come together. Let's live in either your space or mine, and we grow a family. And can it just be easy for one of us to leave? Should we want to leave? Right. That's just the basis. Should you want to leave? Let's actually make it easier for you to leave, and I'll tell you why. Because then my thing is when I look at married, like people who are married who aren't happy, it's so difficult for them to leave. Now they like, ish, as in, ngizotholela umamncane, bese lo kuzoba i-roommate yami. And I'm just like, damn. Because ucabanga yonke le nto abayibuildile bonke, you know what I'm saying? Because leaving is expensive. It's expensive. Like how you got in and how you're getting out. It's two different things. It's expensive. It's like a bad record deal.
So
Right?
that was the exclusive part. She's scared of leaving or you leaving. So she'd rather not pay the cost and just say, hey, man.
No, I just want it to be easy for you to leave. Like, but isn't it? Think about it this way, Smash. And look, you might think it's a little bit like effed up or toxic. I'm okay to take that take, but think about it this way. How beautiful is it when you think about the fact that you're with this person and they've been with you for so long, right? And you guys are not married, don't have a contract, but they stayed.
Sure.
Right? And you know they really stayed because they wanted to, because they can leave. That's just my thing. And it's so weird because I'm just like, you're staying.
The thing is, in as much as it is beautiful that they did not leave and you guys stayed together and all of that, there is nothing that binds you guys into one. And that is, I mean, and you have come to peace with it, or you've made peace with it. Like, I don't need to be made into one, whether it's via matrimony or a certificate or a surname, or I believe we are one. So let those things be. But we know, like, when it comes to war, and nowadays you see it, like, when it comes to having kids, people can agree and say, nah, the child can have your surname. It is your child at the end of the day.
Correct.
And then the family will have a huge furore against you, and you're like, it's fine. Like, you want him to pay damages? Okay, he'll pay damages.
Which is exactly how it went down for me.
But it's not going to be...
It's not, guys.
It's not going to be like a marriage, two families, one surname, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Yes, but at the heart of it, they can still, because human beings like moving goalposts, they can still say, you guys were never together.
That's fine.
You know what I mean?
But I'm
you
okay
guys
with that.
No.
Let me tell you, I'm absolutely okay with that, because but when you can be married, ne? And you guys have been living together for 15, 20 years. The family, it will change. It's like
So you're avoiding all of that?
No, I'm not avoiding that. I'm just saying that nothing is guaranteed in life. A piece of paper does not guarantee the unity that you assume in your head.
Claim to have, yeah.
Because we're people and we change our minds. How many times have you changed your mind about someone that you really liked, and then they just do one thing, you're like, yes, sis. you know. But you go back, you're like, it was just a smaller hurdle. Let me go fix things, right? You even change the things that you like, which affect the person that you see now, right?
Sure.
Now you start having different kinds of friends, and maybe your partner is a hippie, and now you've changed. You're not longer a hippie now. You've gotten into a different space, and that's how we are as human beings. We evolve, we change, and it's so sad that now one about he loved me ke le afro, but no yana sa batla ngwana wa afro.
Sure.
O sa batla ngwana wa weave.
Damn. So, at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, the hair will stay, the hair will go, but Mpumi's not getting married. that's what I took out of this. That's the exclusive content,
No,
baby.
man. No, man.
The hair will stay. Sometimes the hair will go, but marriage is not happening for this young, beautiful lady. Mpumi, thank you so much for hanging out and sharing.
Thank you.
I also feel like I didn't ask you any of the questions that I had wanted to ask you.
That's fine. You can ask me when we're together, when we're having.
Yeah, but I
coffee.
wanted to have it in like I generally wanted to have those questions answered. But I'm like, I feel like I'm enjoying this conversation more than the said
Yeah.
questions that I prepared.
That's okay.
So yeah, I want to say this though before I let you go. You have been a light
Thank
and you
you.
stay shining.
Thank
So
you.
don't let yourself or the world dim the light that God has put here on this earth to shine upon his people. And most importantly, when it's all pitch black, dog, like when there's nothing, there's no light, right? Your light will make a big difference in someone seeing their path.
Oh, thank you
know?
so much.
So just keep on shining your light. Keep on pushing the boundaries. Keep on being a teachable spirit. And keep on learning and keep on raising that young prince. I guess you're open to having more babies, but here's too many more babies.
What the hell? No.
Why don't these women want babies? We need more babies.
We need more dogs and pigs and cats and stuff. Like
Yeah,
livestock.
So here's the thing: the livestock won't stop livestocking.
That's so funny.
That's what they do. Till the next time we see you on the other side, I just want to say thank you so much for subscribing, for liking, for commenting. Really appreciate you. And most importantly, never forget, this content wouldn't be possible if the guys from dreamstream.co.za did not put in the labor, did not invest in the cameras, invest in the property, invest in the studio. And that is why you need to use this promo code to access exclusive content, ad-free content on dreamstream.co.za. From me, Smash Afrika and the babies, Danko. She did it without you cueing her. You're so happy.